Hello, how's everyone doing? Hi, if you're here, do send me hello and let me know you can hear me clearly and you can see me clearly. Hi, hello, I can see a couple of viewers here. Do send hello um, and give me a thumbs up. Hello, hi Susie, how are you doing? Oh, so nice to see you here. Okay, amazing. Perfect. I'm so excited for today's live. It's going to be hi Colette. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Susie. Okay, let's get into it. I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. So if you're watching it live, then of course, do co-create with me, okay? I'm gonna ask you some amazing questions. Today's live will go for about 40 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes. And if you answer these questions, if you engage, then I do assure you, you will find more clarity, more confidence, more sense of meaning in basically whatever it is that you're doing. You will feel that you're out of that overwhelm, that stuckness, and you will answer the right questions. So what happens a lot of time when we are feeling stuck or overwhelmed or things are just not working out, then our mind tend to go towards answering the self-doubt. So if self-doubt is telling you that you are not good enough or this is not working out or what the fuck is happening, we are in the energy of getting out of that instead of really envisioning the future, really envisioning what's possible. And the energy of coming out of a problem and the energy of going towards a solution, they're two separate things. So if you engage today, or even if you're watching a replay, you're catching this later on, then do hashtag replay, do engage, and yeah, be part of it. I'm so excited to share today's live with you. It's all around feeling burnt out and how to really triple your energy. So it's a 2-day journey. It's today at 10:30 a.m. and then tomorrow it will be at the same time. If you stay till the end, you engage, then at the end of tomorrow, I will be gifting you my beautiful 2-day workshop called Slay Your Goals with Confidence with a play along workbook, which is worth around $222. So that can be yours absolutely free. And that's only there so that your soul, your mind, your heart really feels that you're worthy to be here, to hear the wisdom, to implement it, to engage, and to really give your future self, your empowered self, that chance to blossom. So I'm incentivizing that part of your being. So, yeah, that will be there for you if you stay till the end. So today's masterclass is all around helping you really create that unwavering confidence, the clarity, and purposeful action towards upleveling your business and your success. If you don't know me, my name is Damini Gallagher. I'm a feminine confidence activator, purpose initiator, feminine empowerment coach. I just arrived to in Australia, my home country, about a week ago. I was traveling all over India, so this is my new background. If you've been here before, you know that my background looked quite different for past 6 months. During our live today, if you have any questions, if anything comes up for you, then this is your chance, okay? Ask the questions live, co-create again, and really, if any doubt, any question, anything which is like, oh my God, but what about this? This is your chance to put it out there, to be seen, to accept, to be vulnerable, and to accept the guidance and to really be open to what kind of can shift for you energetically, emotionally, and mindset wise as well for you to propel forward in your business. A little bit about myself and kind of what really motivated me to talk specifically around burnout and helping women really come back to themselves. So I've spent around $30,000 to $40,000 in business coaching, right? Like basically hiring literally the best mentors out there to help me up level in my business. And the first 2 years of my coaching, I achieved multiple six figures revenue. I saw remarkable success. This is something which my soul really wants to do. I want to help women rise in their sovereignty, in their highest expression. So that was never a doubt for me, but I was like, how the fuck do I make this possible? And I embarked on that path, and I was like, yep, I'm going to do this. And I saw tremendous success. Every time I invested any money in my business, I basically made two, three, four times investment of that. So that was never a case. But as my business vision expanded, the call for the global impact grew. Despite leveraging all the business acumen, all the strategies, everything out there, which is like looks perfect on paper, I encountered a roadblock, which was my burnt out, right? I literally, my tank was empty. I had nothing to give. I was just like, there is no creativity flowing. I feel like a fucking failure. Nothing is moving forward. What just happened? What happened in the first 2 years? Was that just a luck? Was that just like that beginner's luck? But I was like, no, there has to be something else. But why the fuck do I feel this way? And that negative self-talk led to drop in my vibe, drop in my energy, loss in confidence, and the voice within me, which was like, I hate this, I don't want to do this, I'm not moving forward in this, basically like surged to 10. And the voice that, oh my God, I love what I do, this is amazing, this is my passion, I want to keep on doing this, went all the way down to 2. And some days it was completely non-existent. So I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do now. And but to be honest, with the background I come from quite a challenging background in my life. Like 8 years ago, I went through severe PTSD. I didn't have any support really from my family, from my parents after the age of 18. So for me to like that, of course, had a lot of negative effects, like trauma and sadness and abandonment and all of that, but it also had a very positive impact. I do not quit. If I put my mind to something, if I'm like, I am doing this, I'm creating this, in, of course, relation to divine, I always co-create with divine. I am unstoppable. And I will figure out how, because I truly believe in my vision and my purpose, what I'm here to do. It's just about tweaking and figuring out that exactly what is my way to move forward. And as a result, I rediscovered my energy, I reconnected with my purpose, I, you know, re-amplified, regathered all the self-assurance, self-confidence, and I started moving again towards my success. And this time, yes, I'm seeing the financial success. I am, living in between two countries. I'm also an Indian classical dancer, so I get to do that as well, part-time in addition to my business. I just went to Himalaya for a 21-day hike. I do all those things, and my goal of reaching that, zenith in my career is exciting. It's amazing, but also the journey leading up to that is also fucking amazing. And I love that because most of the time that journey is what is most of your life is, right? Even when I did my 21-day Himalaya hike, what I found was that, of course, those passes I went through, the peaks I went to, I went up to like 5,630 meters or something like that, like ridiculous heights. Yes, being on the top and looking at the view and feeling accomplished was great, but most of the hike for about 19 or 18 days out of 21 was the journey to get there. And I was like, that journey in itself needs to be as rejuvenating, as amazing, as igniting as the peak. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I did. And now I'm absolutely committed to awakening that dormant goddess power, that dormant want for the journey to be as nourishing for women as possible. Same as the accomplishment and this victory of the success and the peak. So, and I'm a living embodiment, and my clients are living embodiment of the proof that yes, you can have the success, yes, you can have financial freedom, family harmony, artistic fulfillment without the adrenal burnout, without feeling absolutely exhausted wreck. And if I can do it, my clients can, so can you. And I came up with a beautiful acronym. Actually, yesterday I was sitting down on my bed and I was like, burnout, like what does that really mean? And if you are here live, I would love you to write down in the comments, what does burnout or overwhelm really mean for you? Because we throw this word out there all the time and we are like, yep, I'm feeling burnt out. But if you really want to put words to like the more actual feeling words to that thing, what does it mean for you? I would love you to type it in the comments. You don't have to give it a lot of thought, but it could be just like stress or emptiness, or you feel uninspired, or you feel overwhelmed. I thought it'd be great. Turnarounds are horrible things. Yeah. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Susie. But yeah, it's great, like sometimes we have to let go of these friendships and these connection or these soul contracts, which after some time are just creating a lot of sadness and heaviness in our lives. So it takes a lot of courage. So it's really beautiful that you pull that trigger and you're like, yep, I think I'm done with that kind of energetic exchange where it doesn't feel nourishing to our soul. So for me, the word burnout, B stand for balance undermined. So where there is absolutely no freaking balance between whatever it is that you are doing. Things are just kind of lopsided. You are more inclined towards one side or the other, and it's usually towards overwork, grind, hustle, push, prove, comparison, judgment, self criticism. Like that thing within you is like way bigger, like a big mountain as compared to the other side, which is integrated success, one step at a time, clarity, purpose, meaning, legacy, vision, confidence, courage. Like that is like low, but the same kind of the other side of it is like on a high and on surge. U stands for unrelenting stress. So basically, your nervous system is constantly in the state of fight or flight. It's in the state of push and pull. It's constantly just trying to prove. And even though like things are not working out, we just kind of eat sugar or drink coffee to just push through whatever our body is telling us and just staying in that consistent state of stress. R stand for reserves depleted. So I've worked with 6, 7, 8 figure women who have everything perfect on the paper, but they're literally like, Minnie, I've created this empire, I've created my life, and now I don't get to enjoy what I have created. And basically, what happens is that your reserves get depleted. Emotionally, you feel a little bit disconnected. You're not really like in it to feel everything. You're just like being at distance. There is that defense up, and energy wise, it's like there is empty cup, and then you've also just like going into the cup and seeing like what else is there, and there's nothing left. N stands for neglected self-care. So your self-care, self-worth, self-confidence, self-assurance is kind of on the side. Survival mode is on, and we are just in that place of just like go get it. But that's also just basically completely exhausting our adrenals out. O stands for overwhelmed mind. So mind is in the state of chaos. It's running all over the place. It's searching for answers everywhere out there, going for every other course, every other, nowadays there's MRR, there's affiliates, there's this and that. I can only speak for the coaching industry when it comes to business, but basically everything, the whole focus is like, how can I do this, and who can give me the solution outside of me? And the mind inside is overwhelmed all over the place. U stands for uninspired lifestyle. So whatever you are doing on your day-to-day basis just feels like a drag. It feels like a chore. You're just kind of going one step at a time, but not in the best, most productive way. And T stands for tired body and soul. Exhaustion, complete state of fatigue. 80% of Americans experience some kind of fatigue or the other on everyday basis. Like I was just reading those stats and my mind was just like, wow. So we are just in this state as a society where we are constantly on an overdrive, and we are constantly just running at the space of this ridiculous car, but the destination is not even clear. We don't even know where we are going. We are just going somewhere, and when that happens, that is when the burnout really comes into place. Oh, Sarah, so sorry to hear. Yeah. So when that tiredness happens, so Sarah, do stay till the end of today because the energy part of that thing which is just like I feel amazing in my body, I feel amazing in my mind, and I'm so passionate about this. It really is not about doing more, but being different. I was having this chat with one of my, one of the women who booked a discovery call with me. And I said to her that in my experience of hiring amazing coaches, spending 10, 20, 30, $40,000 on coaching and business coaching predominantly in my own life, what I found that success in anything is literally 20% strategy, 80% is energy. If your energy is on point, if your messaging is on point, if you're really connected to your values, to your purpose, and the clarity is in place, then you don't need a lot to inject that, to support that, and you just propel and move forward. And you become this energetic force of abundance, of magnetism. But when we do not feel the energy and the passion and the aliveness in what we are doing, it's literally our body in the state of like density and stagnation. And then that reflects kind of in outside reality. So it's not really about doing more, it's about adopting a new way of being. And in no way that means doing less of the work, but the work has to be channeled towards something which is much more fulfilling to your soul and to your heart. So let's get into this. So this is for you today and tomorrow. Masterclass is for you. If you are really looking for a clear and defined pathway to tap into your inner wisdom, to your inner freedom and strength. At the end of the day, things will come to you if you deeply trust yourself, if you deeply feel free and energetic within you. Over and over again, I've had times where I've made 20K months. I've had months where I have made no money. I've gone through the whole ups and downs in my business. And one thing is very clear. When I feel fucking amazing, alive, aligned, passionate, and powerful within me, things come to me. When I feel stuck and draggy and every day is just like, fuck, I just can't be bothered, the more I repel. So that is kind of like the basis of your energetics, and that is the reference point of your energetics. So if you're on the side of just like I can't be fucked, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, then these 2 days are for you. If you feel like you're constantly just meeting ends but not really tapping into the abundance of energy, relationship, success, career, your self-expression, if you're not like juiced up and alive with everything you're doing, then these 2 days are going to tremendously help you if you're ready to fully discard what's not serving you. The path towards being the highest version, the most awakened, empowered version of who you are, being in the sense of complete energetic containment within you, it requires a lot of inner work. So if you're here for just like a quick pill, just like, okay, I'll just do something a little bit and things will just change. No, internally, you have to recommit again and again and again to the empowered you, even though the voice of self-doubt, the voice of past conditioning, the voice of childhood wounding, the voice of everyone around you will be putting you in that place of lack externally. Inside of you, if you're ready to be like, I will choose devotion to my dreams, devotion to myself, devotion to my highest expression as an individual, again and again, if you're ready to really embark on that path, then of course these 2 days will be deeply nourishing for your soul. If you're ready to really integrate spirituality and the magic plus strategy, then again, these 2 days are for you. And if you're done feeding off the external validation, what happens is when our inner reserve of feel good hormones and just like, being that upbeat, amazing, confident, empowered me is kind of on the you know, verge of extinction almost. I've been there, so I can say it's like almost non existent. what does mind do? To feel good, we latch onto the external validation of some kind of or the other, right? So we just want someone else to tell us that I'm very beautiful, I'm very successful, I'm very confident, I'm really amazing. And I'm not saying that those words of empowerment and affirmations are not good, but if you are seeking success, if you want to move forward, if you want to feel fulfilled and be a fucking unstoppable force in your business, in your relationship, in life, then that has to come from within you. No one outside of you is a guaranteed supplier of that affirmation and amazing feeling other than how you feel within, right? So make sure that if you're really ready to reawaken that voice, then stick till the end. And as I said in the start of the masterclass today, if you do stay till the end of 2 days, you watch a replay, you engage, then I will give you my 2 day course plus play along workbooks valued at about 222. I think it's called How to Slay Your Goals with Confidence. And it's an amazing 2 day beautiful workshop. It will be delivered to your email. So make sure that you're here, you're engaging, and you are choosing that path of empowerment. So, what we're going to cover today, two things. First, two reasons why you're not getting excited about many things in your business and in your relationship. If that is you, I would love you to put up a comment saying, yes, that's me, I feel like that. Or if it's not business, it could be your profession. Whatever it is, how does that feeling stuck is really manifesting for you right now? So put that in comments so that it's concrete and you're radically honest with yourself that this is what I'm going through, this is what it is, with no attachment. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It's perfectly fine to be vulnerable, but put that down in the comments so that it's true, and you can voice out your struggles without attaching your self-worth to it. So this is your invitation and permission to really do that for yourself. And the second is 3 non-negotiable attributes to yield consistent success and keep confusion and overwhelm at complete bay. If you have any questions coming up for you as we go, do put them in the comments. I'll either answer them while I'm going or I will look at them later and you will get a response. So the first thing which is keeping you away from feeling that passionate, alive, awakened, aligned version of you to really up level in your business and in your relationship is the lack of purpose and your soul's dharma. What is your soul's purpose? What is your messaging? What are you here to share with the world in your own unique way? And there is a difference between a soul's passion and soul's purpose. So for me, my soul's purpose is to help women rise in their power, to really hold them, give them that energy, that condition, those conditions where they really stand in their power, in their yoni, in their heart, and they move forward unapologetically and they stay committed to their highest self. Doesn't matter what happens in the world. That is the way how I created a multiple 6-figure business, how I have a beautiful 7-year-old child. I live between 2 countries. And if you take my life 8 years ago, where I was like a complete burnout, was going through PTSD. I had a very toxic relationship with my ex-boyfriend. My parents basically abandoned me. If you take that version and who am I now? One of the core determining factors of that shift is radical self-responsibility and being true to myself, being in devotion to my highest expression and my unique blueprint. Who am I as an individual? And I've asked this question to myself again and again. And every time I feel stuck, to come back to that realization is what propels that intrinsic motivation and passion to move forward and to be in devotion to me as an individual. My passion for what I do has depleted. Yeah. So that has to be reignited if you want to move forward. And I was literally talking to my partner the other day. I was like, oh my God, this like whole affiliate and MRR thing, like in coaching industry, it's like master resell is becoming so big. And in most of the posts I read, I got into my business and within 2 years, things didn't work out and I shifted towards something else. And now I have all this stuff. I was like, 2 years is nothing. If you're really devoted to someone, let's say you're devoted to a partner, okay, and you're truly in devotion to this man or this woman, it's not just a love affair. It's not just a casual thing. When you're saying I'm devoted, you're saying I'm committed. I'm here for the ups and downs. I'm here for all of it. And doesn't matter what it is, I'll figure it out, right? So that voice sometimes gets so like mushed up because of the burnout and the overwhelm and the exhaustion and comparison and judgment, sometimes even the sense of like proving and pushing and just like, oh my God, why this thing is not working out. That voice of just like passion and aliveness is just like gets really suppressed, and it's your responsibility again and again in your path to reawaken it. But if you lose your sense of sight, of vision, of your purpose, where you are going in, in midst of all of that, then you just find it very hard. Because if you don't have a clear vision of where you are going, then what are you really saving, right? Like, what are you really trusting? That vision has to be so crystal clear. Then trust comes, then passion comes, then motivation comes, then everything comes up with a surge, and you're like, yep, of course, I'm going to be in devotion to this thing. But when the vision is lost, that is when we go into that state of downward spiral. The second is the external validation versus the internal connection. You have to abandon the external validation. I heard this amazing quote by one of the coaches. He said, if you can stick to something without seeing the external result, you are already ahead of 99% of people on this planet. Again, if you are ready to really be devoted to your passion, to your message, to what you are doing, without seeing an obvious external result, you are ahead of 99% of people. And we forget that. Why we forget that? It's not your fault. It's literally everything on social media, everything, with the chat GPT, with everything, it's just instant. Everything is instant. So we are just like, what is wrong with me? Why am I not seeing that instant result? It's just that you've gone a little bit away from the main path. And that main path is your divine path. It's your unique blueprint. It's in alignment with that which really ignites your soul and heart. So you have to come back to that internal connection and really ditch that external validation. And you have to be empowered enough to say no to it. No, I'm not available for this. And losing touch with your core identity. So as we conform to the societal norms, to what's working for the other 20 people in our site who are doing the same things, we really lose touch with our core message, with our core vision, with our idea, our unique expression of who we are. And this can really lead us to go against the grain of our true self. I always give this beautiful example of betrayal and loss, attempting to find another vision. Yep, amazing, Colette, amazing. So when we are, I give this beautiful example, let's say there's this a park, and there are like 4 different fruit trees, and 3 of them are mango tree and 1 is an apple tree. Now apple tree, when it's fully grown, it's seeing outside and it's like, oh, these are all amazing mango trees. When I bear mangoes, I'm gonna make these amazing mango pies. People are gonna come and taste these delicious mangoes. In India, mango is our like king of fruit, so everyone is just like, oh my God, mango is amazing. It's always seen as the best fruit out of all. I'm gonna make mango pie, mango ice cream, mango cake, and everything like that. And then it's constantly living in its life, trying to be something which it's not, right? And what happens is that over time, it creates this deep level of inner anarchy, this loss of self-trust, and it's trying everything for that delicious mango pie, forgetting that the seed was always the one of apple, which is also a delicious fruit, which also can lead to an apple pie. an apple crumble, you know, something to do with apple, like a toffee apple. There are so many things you can get out of an apple, which is unique to its own thing. But because it's lost touch with itself, it's constantly looking outside for that validation, for that knowing of who it is. So we have to come back again to ourselves. Next one is the awareness and misalignment. So becoming more self-aware, taking more actions in alignment to who you are instead of again going against the grain, going like causing that exhaustion and frustration. Because 90% of the time, the reason you are feeling overwhelmed and exhausted is not because of what you are doing. I am almost a full-time dancer, a full-time business owner. I have a beautiful son. I am engaged to my soulmate. I live between two countries. At the moment, I'm in Australia. I'm absolutely loving the weather here. But the times I've felt exhausted is not because I'm juggling 5 different roles in my life. It's because I'm trying so hard to be something in all those 5 roles who I truly am not. That is what leads to burnout. That is what's leading to resentment and frustration, right? And what happens is when we feel empty inside, it feels almost counterintuitive to take a back seat and go within. We are just latching onto more outside, and it keeps on basically take us like deeper into that state of burnout and exhaustion. So the first one is clarity. I just want you to take a deep breath in if you're here watching live or replay. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Are you clear about your vision? What is this beautiful legacy you want to create, this empire you want to create for yourself, that queendom you want to build for yourself, for your children, for your family? If you want them, you don't want them, that's perfectly fine. But for your soul to feel absolutely fucking amazing, do you have clarity around that? And if you are feeling stuck or disconnected in your work or in your relationship, I can assure you the clarity is not there. Because if you are clear about where you are going, what is it that you're creating in 10 years' time? Not just tomorrow, not just in 2 years, not just in 3 years, 10 years, 15 years. Where is the energy being channeled? Because that vision is going to then break down to your goals, and then your goals are going to break down into actions which you are going to take every single day, one step at a time, feeding that beautiful plant, which is one day going to grow and bear fruits and help you make absolutely nourished and amazing. And you can then sit in the shade and enjoy. But the patience and the self-trust for that comes from clarity. So I want you to write down in the comments, where are you lacking clarity? And what does that really look like for you? Where are you lacking clarity? Where is it that, oh my God, you know what? I can do with something more in my life, and that more is just being fucking clear around what is it that I want. Second is misalignment with your values. So if your business or your relationships are not in alignment with your core values, I had this beautiful client. I won't take her name because I don't think I have her permission to take her name yet, but we were working together. Everything was great, but she was like, I feel so stuck. I feel so stagnant. What do I do? And I do this amazing thing with my clients where we do what's called a vision questing. And the first month is all around vision and vitality. Those are the two main focuses of mine when I'm working with anyone who is just feeling lost in their lives. And when we do vision questing, we go into the depth of our heart and our soul. And the first question I ask, what do you value? What do you find meaningful? For me, freedom, authenticity, courage. These are my top three values. I love being free in my expression and who I am. Authenticity, very similar to freedom. Authentic in my expression and my voice and the way I walk and the way I share my work with the world. And the third is courage. I love fucking making big moves, going out, all out there, going into the thing I really want, not backing out and being like, this is my fucking thing and I'm devoted. Like, I love that feeling. And if I'm not there, I find every single thing within me, I conjure up the forces and go for it. But those are based on the values. And I know that my values deeply make me happy. So if you experience a situation where your values are in conflict with your work or your relationship, it becomes really hard because there's nothing to fall back into when you're feeling that conflict. But when your values are clear, then you're like, yep, of course, that indecisiveness goes away, which is one of the core factors of exhaustion. So if your values are clear, it's like you're just decisive. You're like, is this in alignment or it's not in alignment? Not that whether it's right or wrong, is this in alignment or not in alignment? And we just kind of like shift our energy from one to the other. The third one is poor vitality. So what happened, Goddess, is when you are not truly alive and happy about what you are doing, we don't like ourselves. A part of us is just like sees ourselves as this low human being who is just a failure and is not moving forward, doesn't know what to do with him or herself. So we don't value our body and our mind. We don't value the vessel through which the energy has to flow through. If you want more success, if you want more clients, if you want to go next level, if you want relationships, you want to have a family, children, you want to grow as a person, you better have your body and your mind expansive enough and solid enough energetically to hold what's coming to you, right? Universe will only deliver to you as much as you can handle. So if you are not able to handle what's coming to you, then universe will be like, well, that's too much for you. If I give you more, it's going to just fall all over the place. So you make sure that you come back to your energy. My present client, we were working together in the first session, and she went through quite hectic stuff in the last few months, and she saw some of her family members go through some serious things. And when we are working together, we are talking about the values and the visions and everything, but she didn't have the mental capacity and the energetic capacity to let any new information in, because so much of her being right now is consumed by the words of others, by the conditioning, by the things she just seen in last few months. Her energetic field was so full that I could see whatever I'm saying is just like bouncing off and going out into the ether. So we did an energetic alignment where I cleared her energetic field, her emotions, her psyche, and things came up. She was like, Minnie, I didn't even think that these things were actually impacting me, right? So your vitality, prana, energy in your body, how are you letting things in your energetic field? What are they doing to you? Are you assimilating them or are you letting them go? That all energetic field, I talk about this in my containers with my clients, like how prana and energy is flowing through you, is really, really important for you to come back to your power. So if you are not feeling energetic in your body, and you can tell, right? Like the placement of your shoulders, the activation of your voice, the ownership of who you are as an individual, of the things you are doing. And if there are businesswomen here who have been in the game for a while, do let me know this one thing. Like, I mean, this relates with me a lot. When I feel fucking amazing in who I am as an individual, what's happening outside of me doesn't even impact me, right? Like whether I'm seeing success or I'm not seeing success or whatever is going on around me, it's just like I see that differently. My sense of self-worth is not going down and up and down and up with the fluctuation in the market or what's happening. It's more like, oh, what can I do? How can I be in service? How can be I in devotion to my vision, to my goal, to my legacy, to what I want to create for my child, for myself? It's like the way I approach the situation is completely different. But when we are loaded with other energetic imprints on our consciousness, when we are not taking care of ourselves and vitality is down to two, the same situation, the same fluctuation in market, it'll be like, oh my God, I'm a horrible person. Oh my God, there's something wrong with me. I'm not made for this. I'm not good enough. You see, it's the same thing, but different reaction. And the second major reason of why you're not moving forward is basically you've gathered enough momentum, your belief systems, your feelings, your action and mindset, all has come into the alignment, not in the healthiest way. And we have just gathered enough momentum to bring bunch of undesirable grinding results. And that is like a complete honest thing. And sometimes I even have to get honest with myself. It's like, are you doing everything? Are you being the embodiment of the riches, of the abundance, of your best self for you to expect XYZ results in your dance or in your motherhood or in your business? No. I have just gone so many times, fuck it, that the result is just like, well, fuck you, you know? And that's like, it's very evident once you see it. You're like, well, I've just gained mad momentum in just the opposite direction to what I desire. I see my big picture and I struggle with details. So Colette, in the description, I do have a link for a 45-minute Goddess Breakthrough call. And on this call, you have no obligation to work with me. It's just for a heart-to-heart chat to see exactly where you're going, where you're holding yourself back. And in this call, I give you 3 next steps you need to take to really fast track your progress in whatever direction you are wanting to. And it's 45 minutes, it's over Zoom. We sit together and we have a beautiful chat together. So you can always book that call. Like today, I'm fully booked. I have 3 calls and tomorrow I have 1 call. So I still should have a couple of spots available for tomorrow. So you can always call that, like book that call and we can have a deep one-on-one chat around that. And of course, if we, at the end of it, we are like, yep, we want to do this together, then I can offer you a couple of things I have in place right now. Otherwise, you can literally take all the juiciness from that call and go and implement by yourself. So these are basically the 3 main points I want you to share. I don't want to make it super long for your nervous system to feel fried just by this live. So get clear around your vision. Exercise self-responsibility. Get ultra clear around your values, what you find meaningful, and develop, rekindle that self-trust within so that you can break down that big vision, whatever it is that you're wanting to create, and be like, what is the next best step I can take right now, right here to move towards it? And when you move forward from the perspective of whether I'm going to fail, whether I'm going to win, not that, it's like, am I feeling aligned? Am I feeling nourished? Am I feeling amazing about what I'm doing right now? Because guess what? If you're not feeling good about whatever it is that you're doing, when you get to that peak, you have to do whatever you are doing right now 10 times more. So are you ready to do that 10 times more? And if not, then something needs to change right now, right? So that when the way you get to the peak is amplified and your lifestyle and the peak of the success are both fun and amazing. And if you want to get there with ease, support, and guidance at an incredible speed, then I have something very special for you. So if you're ready to really ditch the burnout, confusion, then hop on a Goddess Breakthrough call, as I just invited someone personally, but everyone who's watching replay or watching live, we will have a chat and see how we can take you from feeling lost and stuck to igniting clarity, confidence, and purpose so you can up level in your business, in your relationships, unapologetically and at lightning fast speed. It's my containers, especially one-on-one, are in close proximity with me. Once you enter this space, there is no calling quits and nothing is just no work. So when I talk about sacred femininity, I had few people in my last masterclass and they got an idea that being in your sacred feminine is means like not really working and letting just things come to you. No, it's still work, okay? But it's a different kind of work. It's the work which ascends you, not just in one area, but every single area of your life. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Okay, so the way you are showing up in your business is also affecting your relationship, your overall life, your health. And I have worked with some amazing, amazing coaches on this planet who have amazing success, but also going through adrenal fatigue, also have had multiple surgeries, not feeling great in their body, relationships are falling apart. And very soon I was like, that is not the kind of lifestyle I want. That is not the amount of hustle and grind I want to do. The rest of my life is fucking falling apart, but yes, I'm rising in one direction. So that is not my goal. And when you enter my field, or when you do choose to work with me, we ascend every single part of you all together. So everything in your life is this beautiful feminine dance, and it's not this lopsided success. And right now, for next 3 women, I have $2,222 scholarship for a 4 month container, The Rising Goddess. It's a one-on-one container. So if you're thinking 10 times before really showing up for your dreams, for your vision, taking that step forward, if you're lacking the confidence and the trust within yourself right now, if you are saying, I suck, I can't get anything right, that is like basically on autoplay in your mind, then this container would be amazing for you. And if all your relationships, responsibilities, things for your business are just feeling draggy and a chore, then of course this beautiful container would literally take you 1,000 steps forward, one step at a time in these 4 months. So for next 5 days, I have $2,222 scholarship towards the entire cost. Plus you get amazing bonuses of astrology, of embodiment. Plus you get 10 one-on-one sessions with me. You get the strategy, the energetic, the mindset, everything you're required to move forward. You also get 1 year access to my online course, the Revival Codes, where you get out of the clarity and you basically have an entire year access to all which is in it. And that's just basically your personal guidebook and a toolkit to move forward. So if you're done feeling emptiness, you're ready to really take that step forward, you want to really step into the most empowered, amazing, integrated, and clear, confident version of you, then book your call. I cannot wait to help you. I cannot wait to talk to you. And this is going to be a 45-minute for your personal power plan. As I said, there's no obligation to work on this, but do book this call if you're like, yes, I want to do something about wherever I'm at and I'm no longer staying here and I want to move forward in the most integrated and beautiful way. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope today's masterclass really served you. Come along at 10:30 tomorrow. We have some beautiful, juicy things. We are going to go more into how to triple your energy, how to be more confident, and I'm going to go deeper into all the pieces I talked about today, but in a complete different and expansive way.